Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive. And today we're going to be talking about something that's pretty mind-blowing, to be honest, AI agents
Yeah.
and what they might mean for the future of data professionals like yourself, especially 2025, just around the corner. We've got this really interesting article from datapro.news, and it's called 2025, Agentic Workflows Will Transform Data Engineering. So, uh,
Catchy title.
yeah. And you know, knowing you're interested in mention the listener's specific interest related to data or technology, I think this is going to be something that you're really going to want to pay attention to and think about as we move into the future here.
Absolutely. It's certainly a hot topic in the data world right now, and for good reason. There's a lot of buzz around
Yeah.
this and a lot of potential for some major changes.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, the whole concept of AI agents is still a little bit fuzzy to me. So
Hmm.
maybe you can help me out here. The article talks about them being autonomous and goal-oriented.
Right.
What exactly sets them apart from the AI that we're already familiar with and maybe using?
Okay, so think of it this way. Traditional AI is kind of like a really smart calculator, right? You give it data, it processes it, spits out an answer. Usable,
Yeah.
but it has its limits. AI agents are different. It's like having a little mini CEO running around in your systems. They don't just analyze data, they can make decisions based on that data, take action, and even learn and adapt their strategies over time. It's a whole new level of AI independence that we really haven't seen before.
Okay, so not just crunching numbers, but actually making decisions.
Hmm.
Is this like robots running data centers?
Haha, not quite robots, but yeah, it's getting pretty sophisticated. We're talking about AI that can handle complex reasoning tasks.
What?
For example, the article talks about OpenAI's Level 2 AI,
Right.
which is designed to handle some pretty complex stuff.
Yeah.
You can imagine an AI that can not only analyze your sales data, but actually identify emerging market trends and then suggest new product development strategies based on that analysis.
Oh, wow.
It's about proactive decision making, not just reactive number crunching.
That is impressive. So this isn't just like some far-off sci-fi concept, though, right? I mean, the article mentioned some pretty big names already investing in this.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just hype. We're talking
Yeah.
about industry giants like Microsoft, IBM.
Right.
You've even got people like Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO,
Oh, wow.
putting their weight behind this, and the numbers back it up. Gartner predicts that by 2028, over 30% of enterprise software will incorporate some form of agentic AI.
Wow.
That's a massive jump from where we are today, which is less than 1%.
So it sounds like AI agents are really poised to like shake things up in a big way.
Yeah,
But before we get too carried away with all the amazing possibilities, I think it's important to understand the potential downsides as well.
for sure.
The article did touch on a few key considerations that we need to be thinking about, and I'm really curious to get your perspective on this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Right.
One of the biggest challenges, and this is something the article really emphasizes, is data quality. I mean, these AI agents are incredibly data dependent.
Right.
Their entire effectiveness hinges on being fed accurate and reliable data.
So it's not just about having a ton of data.
Right.
It's about having the right data.
Exactly. It's
Yes.
about clean, accurate, and relevant data so these AI agents can actually make good decisions.
Makes sense. So garbage in, garbage out, as they call it.
Exactly. And that's where the role of data professionals becomes even more crucial. We need to make sure that the data pipelines feeding these AI agents are rock solid,
Right.
free of inconsistencies, biases, you name it. Think of it as laying the groundwork for a really strong foundation.
So the rise of AI agents is putting even more emphasis on the importance of data quality management,
Absolutely.
data governance,
Mhm.
and really just like deeply understanding our data.
Could not have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And it also raises the question of integration.
Yeah.
How do we take these powerful AI agents and weave them seamlessly into the systems that we're already using?
Right.
We've got to think about API development, data transformation layers, making sure that everything plays nice with legacy systems. It's a complex challenge.
It sounds like it's not just about the tech stack. It's a mindset shift.
You got it, a cultural shift almost as much as a technological one.
And for all the data professionals out there, including you listening to this right now, this means understanding not just what AI agents are, but how to work with them, how to leverage their capabilities,
Yep.
and how to navigate the challenges that come with this new world of data intelligence.
Hey, one of the most important hows is understanding how these AI agents will actually impact different parts of data operations. And the article actually outlines 5 key areas where we can expect some pretty big changes.
Okay, well, let's dig into those areas.
Yeah.
Because I think this is where things start to get really interesting for those of us on the front lines of working with data every day. Okay, so the article highlights 5 ways that AI agents are going to totally revolutionize how we work with data. It's a pretty big list.
It is.
But for you, which of these areas do you think is going to have the most immediate impact? For someone like our listener who's really deep in the trenches of mention listeners field.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, all five of these areas are definitely important, but if I had to pick one that I think is going to be a real game changer right off the bat, especially in your listeners' field, it would have to be the automation of complex tasks. I
Okay.
mean, think about all those tedious multi-step processes that we all have to deal with every day.
Yeah.
The things that just eat up hours of our time, AI agents can take those over.
So can you give me an example? What would that actually look like in practice?
Sure. Let's say you're working on data integration, pulling in data from a bunch of different sources.
Yeah.
Right now, that probably involves a ton of manual work,
Yeah.
right? Mapping, cleaning, transforming, it's a pain. And it's really prone to errors.
Oh, tell me about it.
But imagine if you had an AI agent that could learn your existing data models, understand all the quirks of each data source, and then just automatically handle the whole integration process for you.
Wow, that would free up so much time.
Exactly. You'd be free to focus on the more interesting stuff, like actually analyzing the data and figuring out what it all means.
That sounds amazing.
Hmm.
But that would require some pretty advanced AI, right?
It would. And that's where all these crazy advancements in AI technology come in.
Okay.
The article mentions Microsoft's autonomous agents in Copilot Studio,
Uh-huh.
and these agents are specifically designed to handle these kinds of complex automations. They can learn from your workflows, adapt to changes in the data, and even deal with unexpected events, all without you having to constantly babysit them.
So we're not just talking about automating simple tasks.
Nope.
We're talking about AI that can understand context, make decisions,
Yeah.
and handle complex processes that would normally require a human expert.
Exactly. And as these agents get more sophisticated,
Yeah.
their ability to handle even more complex tasks will only increase. Which brings us to the second area of impact, enhanced decision making.
Well,
AI agents can analyze huge data sets at speeds that we can only dream of,
right.
and they can uncover patterns and insights that we might completely miss.
So they're not just providing us with data.
Right.
They're actually helping us make sense of it.
Exactly. They can help us identify trends, make recommendations, all based on their analysis of the data.
So, for example, could an AI agent look at years of historical data,
Yeah.
combine that with real-time market trends and customer behavior,
Yep.
and then give me actionable insights to optimize my marketing campaigns?
Exactly. Or even predict future demand. That's the kind of data-driven decision-making that AI agents can enable.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
So it's not just about automating tasks.
No,
It's about actually augmenting our own decision-making capabilities.
you got it. And that leads us to the third area, streamlined data management.
Okay.
As the amount of data we're all dealing with continues to explode, managing and organizing all of that data is becoming a real nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
AI agents can help us get a handle on this by automating things like data categorization, metadata management, even ensuring compliance with data governance policies.
So instead of having data siloed all over the place,
Right.
we could have AI agents working behind the scenes to keep everything organized, accessible, and up to date.
Exactly. Think of it like having a super intelligent data librarian
Okay.
that not only knows where everything is, but can also anticipate your needs and give you the right data at the right time.
That would be a game changer.
It would. And this brings us to the fourth area, enhanced data analysis and insights.
Okay, so this seems like kind of a natural extension of what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
If AI agents can automate data management
Right.
and help us make better decisions,
Yeah.
they should also be able to help us uncover deeper insights from our data, right?
Absolutely. The data analysis tools that we're using now are often limited to identifying pretty basic trends and patterns.
Yeah.
AI agents can go much deeper. They can use machine learning algorithms to identify subtle correlations, anomalies,
Mm.
even predict future outcomes.
So, could an AI agent look at customer data and not only identify different segments,
Mm.
but also predict which customers are most likely to churn or which products are most likely to be purchased together?
Exactly. It's about moving beyond just descriptive analytics to predictive and even prescriptive analytics, where the AI agent is actually giving you recommendations on what actions to take based on its analysis.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So we're not just seeing what happened in the past.
Yep.
We're getting insights into what might happen in the future.
Exactly. And that brings us to the final area, intelligent data integration.
Okay, so this is something that I think a lot of people don't really talk about.
Yeah.
but it's so important these days.
It's absolutely critical in today's world. Data silos are a huge obstacle for so many organizations.
Yeah,
You've got data scattered across all these different systems and all these different formats. It's really hard to get a complete picture.
exactly.
AI agents can help us break down these silos by automating the process of data mapping and transformation.
So instead of having to manually integrate data from different sources,
Right.
we could have AI agents doing the heavy lifting for us.
Exactly. And that frees you up to focus on actually extracting value from that integrated data.
So imagine a world where all your data is seamlessly integrated.
Right.
Your marketing data, your sales data, your customer support data, all talking to each other.
Yep. You get a complete 360-degree view of your customers and how they interact with your brand.
That sounds like a data-driven utopia.
It does, doesn't it?
But as we've been talking about, this new era of AI-driven data operations also comes with some potential challenges.
Absolutely. We've already talked about data quality.
Yeah,
But there are other things to consider as well. Security and privacy,
right.
the need for continuous learning and adaptation, and the importance of monitoring and observability.
Okay, well, let's dig into those challenges
Yeah.
because I think understanding how to avoid those potential pitfalls
Yeah.
is just as important as understanding the benefits. Okay,
Okay.
so we've talked about all the amazing things that AI agents can do for us in the world of data.
Yeah.
But like with any really powerful technology, there are always some risks and challenges that we need to be aware of.
Mhm.
So as we're heading into this new era of AI, what are some of the key things that data professionals should be keeping in mind?
Well, security and privacy are definitely top of mind. I mean, these AI agents are often dealing with really sensitive information.
Right.
So we have to make sure that data is protected from unauthorized access or misuse. We need to be thinking about things like strong encryption methods,
Mm.
access control mechanisms, and making sure we're complying with all the data privacy regulations out there.
So it's not just about building AI agents that are smart and efficient.
No.
We have to build them with security and privacy as like core principles.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond just the technical stuff, too.
Sure.
We have to think about the ethical implications of these AI agents making
Right.
decisions that could potentially impact people's lives. I mean, even entire populations.
Yeah, that's a really important point. As these AI agents become more autonomous and they start making more decisions on their own,
Uh-huh.
we need to make sure that there's transparency and accountability.
Exactly. We need to be able to understand how these agents are making their decisions. What data are they using? Are there any biases in their algorithms? We have to make sure that these AI agents are being used responsibly and ethically.
That their actions are aligned with our values.
Yeah.
And this ties back to what the article was saying about the need for continuous learning and adaptation.
Right.
It's not enough to just like set up an AI agent and let it run wild.
No way.
We have to be constantly monitoring its performance, looking for ways to improve it, and making sure it's adapting to any changes in the data.
It's like training an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't just throw them out on the field and expect them to win every game without any coaching or feedback. AI agents are the same way. They need our guidance. We have to feed them new data, update their algorithms, and fine-tune their strategies to make sure they're always performing at their best.
So this means that data professionals need to be constantly learning, too.
Absolutely.
Staying up to date with all the latest AI advancements, understanding how these technologies work, and developing the skills to manage and monitor these AI agents.
It's about becoming an AI-savvy data expert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the article had some pretty practical advice for data professionals
You did.
who are looking to get ready for this wave of AI agents.
Yeah.
So what are some things that people can start doing today to make sure they're prepared?
Well, the first thing is to invest in skill development, go beyond just basic data analysis, and start digging into things like machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing.
Okay.
Understanding how these technologies work is crucial if you want to be able to work effectively with AI agents.
So it's not just about being a data expert, it's
Mm.
about becoming an AI expert as well.
Exactly. And that also means staying on top of all the latest tools and platforms for developing and deploying AI agents. It's a fast-moving field, so you got to keep learning.
The article also talked about the need for data infrastructure upgrades
Right.
because these AI agents can be pretty demanding when it comes to computing power and storage.
Oh, yeah. They need some serious horsepower to handle all that data processing and analysis.
So what does this mean for organizations that are thinking about implementing AI agents?
Well, it means investing in powerful computing resources, whether that's on-premise or in the cloud. You need scalable storage solutions, too. And of course, you can't forget about security. Protecting that data is paramount.
So we have to make sure our data foundations are solid enough to support these AI agents.
Exactly. But it's not just about the technology either.
Right.
The article also emphasized the importance of data strategy alignment.
Okay, so what does that mean?
It means making sure that your data strategy is aligned with your AI agent implementation plans. You need to have a clear understanding of your business goals. Figure out what specific problems you're trying to solve with these AI agents, and make sure your data is clean, organized, and ready for those AI agents to use.
So it's about taking a holistic approach
Exactly.
where technology, strategy, and business goals are all on the same page.
Working together in harmony. And that brings us to the last recommendation, collaboration enhancement. And to successfully implement AI agents, you need everyone to be working together. Data scientists, data engineers, business analysts, everyone needs to be on the same team.
So break down those silos.
Exactly. Foster open communication and make sure everyone's working towards the same goal.
So it's about building a culture of collaboration and knowledge sharing.
Yep, where everyone can contribute their expertise and work together to really harness the power of these AI agents.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of AI agents. I feel like we've covered a lot.
We have?
We've talked about what they are, how they work, their potential impact on how we work with data, and, of course, all the challenges that come along with them.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay, shoot.
This article is really optimistic about the future of AI agents.
It is.
But it's important to remember that this technology is still in its early stages. There's a lot that we don't know yet,
Yeah.
and things are changing so quickly.
That's true. This deep dive is just the beginning of a much larger conversation.
Right? As AI agents continue to evolve, it's crucial that we stay informed,
Absolutely.
that we keep talking about the implications of this technology, and that we all play an active role in shaping the future that we want to see.
The future is unwritten, and data professionals have a huge role to play in writing it.
And to everyone listening out there, thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of AI agents. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with data. Until next time, keep diving deep.